ultra, ultra, ultra. These words mean without limit, infinite, unending. They reflect the spirit of our lives, the rhythm of our universe, the refrain of our times. Because nihil ultra also means development, advancement, betterment. Because only these are without limit. Nihil ultra.
Nothing beyond the 18 studies on the playground.
This is the spirit of the institution that is St. Xavier's College. Founded in Calcutta on the 16th of January, 1860, the college has played a significant role in the spreading of Western education in Bengal. The educators placing their culture and knowledge, their moral earnestness, their love for God and man, their passion for the good of humanity, unreservedly and limitlessly at the service of the youth of Bengal. What qualified St. Xavier's College for this task? Firstly, its Ignatian vision of education, a vision which includes a radical change of heart in the person of the educated and of the educator himself, turning them from selfish concerns to unreserved generosity towards their fellowmen. Secondly, the fact that St. Xavier's College had decided to firmly root itself in the soil of India, grow within the environment. The urgent forces of intellectual, moral, and social change were already in the air. Raja Ram Mohan Roy became the first Indian to want the spread of Western education and knowledge in English for India's progress. In response to this need, one of the first colleges to appear on the scene was St. Xavier's College. The founding of the college coincided with many other historically exciting events. Dinobandhu Mitra wrote Nil Darpan, the book that expanded our consciousness of nationalism. A child was born in Calcutta, destined to raise Bengali to the stature of world literature. Michael Madhusudhan Datta introduced blank verse. The gas light came to Calcutta. Piped water became available in the city. Bankim Chandra wrote Durgesh Nandini, which introduced the genre of novel in the country. At such a time of intellectual, moral, and social ferment, an accident brought to an end the history of one institution and sparked off the beginning of a greater one. The majestic and palatial San Souci Theatre on Park Street had been erected in 1841 to allow the queen of the Indian stage, Mrs. Esther Leach, to display her talent. But a fire in 1843 extinguished the life of both Mrs. Leach and this premier theatre of Calcutta. San Souci of number 10 Park Street went up for sale and was bought by the Right Reverend Dr. Carew for the sum of 40,000 rupees. On the 20th of November, 1859, 7 Jesuit priests landed on the shores of Job Charnock City, destined to take over the San Souci Theatre and convert it into a temple of learning to be called St. Xavier's College. On the 16th of January, 1860, St. Xavier's College threw its doors open to its first strength of 40 pupils. In 1862, St. Xavier's was affiliated to Calcutta University. But in the first 4 years, this little light almost perished for want of students. Help came in the form of Father de Pelchin. He scraped together 18,000 rupees and built living quarters on the south side of the theatre. At the same time, he acquired 3 of the British Company's horse buses, which had failed for want of a travelling public, but became incredibly successful as moving advertisements for St. Xavier's College. By 1864, the number of students increased to 166. How different from today. By 1883, St. Xavier's had become too small for its 789 students. Already, in this early period of its existence, St. Xavier's can boast of some of its pupils who later became world famous. Our Nobel laureate, Rabindranath Tagore, and India's bright son of science, Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose. The Reverend Lafon's love of science popularized it to the extent that St. Xavier's soon became famous for its science teaching and experimental work, a tradition which has been maintained up to the present day. In 1875, the St. Xavier's building was extended to include 11 Park Street, and India's first spectroscopic observatory was set up on its roof, under the able management of the father of Indian science, as Father Lafon later came to be called. Besides Rabindranath Tagore and Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose, St. Xavier's can justly claim, with pride, that from its portals have gone forth into the world men of great vision, intellect, and scholarship, who effectively contributed in the molding and shaping of modern India. In journalism, there was Ramanandu Chatterjee, who presented the cause of Indian nationalism brilliantly and fearlessly to the outside world. He never forgot how St. Xavier's College gave him a stipend to carry on his studies. There are other famous personalities far more contemporary, to name just a few. In journalism itself, Chanchal Sharkar, president of the Press Institute of India, the Sharkar brothers, Kishore Bhimani. In administration, Raja Santosh. In law, Pyarilal Ray, L.T. Kelly, Chief Justice of Australia, Justice P.R. Das of the Patna High Court, Justice Pareshnath Mukherjee, who was Acting Chief Justice of West Bengal, Sir Ali Imam and Sir Hassan Imam. In medicine, Dr. W. Yunan. In nobility of birth, Lord Sinha of Raipur. Among heroes of war, Generals Chaudhary and Jacob. In the field of sports, Pearson Surita, O. Sengupta, Premjit Lal, Naresh Kumar, Sumant Mishra, Raju Mukherjee. Father Leaning had been selected for the Los Angeles Olympic Games. N.G. Pritchard was the first athlete to represent India in the Olympics. J.M. Hall represented India twice in the Olympic Games. As captains of industry, Sir Biren Mukherjee, Aditya Birla, Keshav Mahindra, B.M. Khaitan, G.P. Goenka, Bobby Kukha. In politics, Jyoti Basu, Siddhartha Shankar Ray. In the arts, Tara Shankar Bandyopadhyay, Raj Kapoor, Utpal Dotto, Victor Banerjee, Tritiman Chatterjee. In science, in recent times, Ananda Mohan Chakraborty, now in the USA. He won the 1975 Scientist of the Year Award for his discoveries in genetic engineering. In education and academics, B. Lal, Shukanto Chaudhary, Partho Ghosh. To quote Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Hassan Suravardi, there is hardly any family of distinction in Bengal Bihar and Orissa, which does not owe a debt of gratitude to St. Xavier's for the splendid education given to some member or other of his family. Over the years, this became applicable not only to families, but to the country in general. Strengthened by this commitment, as the century progressed, St. Xavier's rooted itself still deeper into the heart of Bengal and spread its branches ever wider and over the confines of its own four walls. But the sense of commitment that has dictated all these actions has been most evident in the acceptance of the inspirational and theological values of other Indian religions. It is no wonder then that Swami Vivekananda made it a point to mention in his speech at Detroit, USA, "Send to India missionaries like Francis Xavier." And what of the future? Nihil ultra. The task is limitless. In India's struggle to achieve a just society, the commitment of St. Xavier's becomes even more urgent. It is this concern for social justice that has induced St. Xavier's and its staff to endeavor to cater now more to the educational needs of the poorer sections of society. Already, a special fund is being built up to pay for their education. Perhaps someday, there will emerge from among them another Rabindranath Tagore, another Jagadish Chandra Bose, another Anand Mohan Chakravarti. The future is forming here, before our eyes. But the task is limitless. Nihil ultra, 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 ultra.